Hello and a massive welcome to you. My name is Ben and I am absolutely thrilled you've decided to join us on this incredible adventure into game development. Today is a brilliant day to start your journey and you've made an excellent choice. We are about to dive headfirst into the world of creating your very own first-person shooter, or FPS game. It might sound like a huge challenge right now, but I promise you, we are going to break it down into small, manageable steps. Guiding us through this entire process will be our friendly AI mascot, Plasma. Think of Plasma as your co-pilot, always there to offer encouragement and help light the way. This is the very first lesson in our 6-part series designed specifically for beginners. You don't need any prior experience with coding or game design. All you need is a curious mind and the enthusiasm to learn something new and exciting. We will start from the absolute beginning, ensuring you understand every single concept before we move on to the next. Our goal is to take you from a complete novice to someone who can confidently build and explore their own three-dimensional game world. This course is all about building your skills, one piece at a time, and having a fantastic time while doing it. So, get ready to unleash your creativity. Before we can start building amazing worlds and exciting gameplay, we need to gather our tools. Just like a master craftsman needs a good hammer and saw, a game developer needs the right software. For our course, we will be using a powerful combination of 3 essential tools: Unity Hub, the Unity 6 game engine, and Visual Studio 2022. Unity Hub is our command center, helping us manage different versions of the Unity engine. Unity 6 is the engine itself, the digital canvas where we will bring our game to life. And Visual Studio is where we will write our C# code, the instructions that tell our game what to do. Don't worry if these names sound a bit technical or intimidating at first. A huge part of learning game development is simply getting comfortable with the tools of the trade. We will walk through the setup process for each one step by step right here in this lesson. By the end of our time today, you'll have everything you need installed and ready to go. Think of this initial setup as laying the foundation for the incredible house you are about to build. A strong foundation makes for a sturdy and impressive final structure. Let's get started on this first crucial step together. Our first task is to download and install Unity Hub. This wonderful little application is your gateway to the Unity ecosystem. It helps you manage multiple Unity editor installations, which is incredibly useful as you grow as a developer and work on different projects. To begin, open your favorite web browser, Chrome, Firefox, or whatever you prefer. In the search bar, simply type Download Unity Hub and press Enter. The first result you see should be the official Unity website. Click on that link and it will take you directly to the download page. It's as simple as that. Once you are on the Unity download page, you should see a big prominent button that says something like Download Unity Hub. Go ahead and give that button a confident click. This will start the download for the Unity Hub installer file. Depending on your internet connection speed, this should only take a few moments. You'll see the file downloading in the corner of your browser. Once it's finished, find the downloaded file, it's usually in your Downloads folder, and double-click on it to launch the installer. You're doing brilliantly so far. The first step is almost complete. The installation wizard will now appear on your screen. It's a very straightforward process. First, you'll be asked to agree to the Unity Hub license agreement. Take a moment to read it if you wish, and then click the I agree button to proceed. Next, the installer will ask you where you want to install Unity Hub on your computer. The default location it suggests is usually the best choice, so you can just click Install. The installer will then begin copying all the necessary files to your computer. This part is usually very quick, often finishing in less than a minute, and just like that, you've done it. Once the installation is complete, a final screen will appear with a Finish button. Make sure the little box that says Run Unity Hub is ticked, and then click Finish. Unity Hub will now launch for the first time. You might be asked to sign in with a Unity ID. If you don't have one, don't fret. There's a Create Account button you can use. Creating an account is free and essential for using Unity. Fantastic work. You now have your Mission Control Center all set up and ready for action. Now that Unity Hub is open and running, it's time to install the main event, the Unity Editor. This is the powerful software where all the magic of game creation happens. Inside Unity Hub, look to the left-hand side of the window. You should see a menu with a few options. Find and click on the Installs tab. This is the area where we can see all the versions of the Unity editor we have installed and add new ones. Since this is your first time, this area will likely be empty. We're about to change that right now. In the Installs tab, look for a button in the top right corner labeled Install Editor. Give that button a click. A new window will pop up, showing you a list of available Unity Editor versions. You will see different tabs like official releases and pre-releases. For our course and for most of your projects when you're starting out, we want to use the most stable and reliable version available. Look for the version that has LTS next to it. LTS stands for long-term support, which means it's a very stable, well-tested version that Unity will support with updates for a long time. Find Unity 6, LTS, and click the install button next to it. Clicking install will take you to another important screen. This is where we can add extra modules to our Unity installation. Modules are like optional extras that give Unity more capabilities, such as building games for different platforms like Android, iOS, or WebGL. For now, we don't need to worry about adding any of these platform-specific modules. We are focusing on building for our desktop computer, and the necessary components for that are already included by default. The most important part of this step is what we are going to do next, which involves adding our code editor. Before you click the final install button, just take a moment to look at the list. We've selected Unity 6, the long-term support version, which is the perfect choice for a solid and bug-free development experience. You have successfully navigated the Unity Hub interface and chosen your game engine. This is a massive step forward. You are now just one click away from having a professional-grade game engine installing on your machine. You're doing an absolutely fantastic job. Let's move on to the final piece of our setup puzzle. Okay, so we're on the final step of the installation process. On that same Add Modules screen where we picked our Unity version, just scroll down a little bit. You should see a section called Developer Tools. This is where we add our Integrated Development Environment, or IDE. That's basically just a fancy name for the program we use to write and edit our code. The recommended IDE for Unity is Microsoft Visual Studio. Look for an option that says Visual Studio Community 2022. This is a free and honestly incredibly powerful version of Visual Studio that works seamlessly with Unity. Make sure that the little checkbox next to Visual Studio Community 2022 is ticked. This is like a crucial step. Ticking this box tells Unity Hub to download and install Visual Studio for you as part of the Unity installation process. It makes everything so much easier and ensures that Unity and Visual Studio are connected properly right from the start. If you forget this step, you'd have to install it separately later and manually link it to Unity, which can be a bit of a faff. By doing it now, you're saving yourself a lot of potential hassle down the line. With Unity 6 LTS selected and the checkbox for Visual Studio Community 2022 ticked, you're ready to go. Double-check that both are selected and then find the blue install button at the bottom of the window. Go ahead and click it with confidence. Unity Hub will now begin the download and installation process for both the Unity Editor and Visual Studio. This is the longest part of the setup, so you'll need to be patient. It's a pretty big download, and it could take anywhere from 30 minutes to over an hour, depending on your internet speed and computer performance. This, honestly, is a perfect time to take a well-deserved break. Go and grab a cup of tea or a snack. Just let the installer do its thing. You can watch the progress bar in the Installs tab of Unity Hub fill up. Once it's complete, you'll see Unity 6 and Visual Studio listed as installed. You did it! You've successfully installed a complete professional game development environment on your computer. That is a massive achievement, and you should be super proud of yourself. You are now fully equipped and ready to start creating. Congratulations on making it through the setup process. I know that downloading and installing software isn't exactly the most thrilling part of game development, but it is, without a doubt, the most important foundation you can lay. You now have Unity Hub to manage your projects, the powerful Unity 6 engine to build your worlds, and the essential Visual Studio 2022 to write your game's logic. Seriously, give yourself a huge pat on the back. Every single game developer, from solo hobbyists to professionals at massive studios, starts by installing their tools. You have taken your very first official step into this amazing world. Take a moment to look at Unity Hub. See your new Unity 6 installation sitting there in the Installs tab? That represents a world of infinite possibility. It's your blank canvas, your block of digital clay, your empty stage. From here on out, the only limit is your imagination. Every amazing game you've ever played started out just like this, as an empty project on a developer's computer. You are now in exactly that position, armed with the same tools that have been used to create some of the most successful games in the world. It's a super exciting place to be. So, what comes next? Now that our workshop is fully equipped, the real fun can begin. In our next lesson, we'll fire up the engine for the first time. I'll guide you through creating your very first Unity project from scratch. We'll explore the Unity editor interface together, learning what all the different windows and buttons do. We won't be writing any code just yet. The goal will be to get you comfortable and familiar with your new creative environment. We'll create a simple 3D object and learn how to navigate the 3D space. Get ready for an incredible journey. The path ahead is filled with creativity, problem solving, and the immense satisfaction of watching your very own ideas come to life on the screen. I am genuinely excited to be on this adventure with you. Thank you for joining me for this first part, and I can't wait to see you in the next lesson where we'll take our first proper steps into the world of Unity and create something tangible together. The adventure is just beginning, and it's going to be brilliant. See you soon.